Good morning, welcome to Living Clean. Today we're on section 7 of the book and it's called The Journey Continues. And this chapter we're going to read today is called Awakenings. So a spiritual awakening is just that, an awakening. We still have to get out of bed. Some people awaken for just a moment and then doze off again. If we want to stay awake and alive, if we want the miracle of recovery to continue to unfold in our lives, we find ways to put this awakening into action. If we are not carrying the message, we go to sleep again. We seem to awaken in stages, not all at once. We may not know it right away, but the first time we find hope is a spiritual awakening. Each of us experiences new awakenings as we examine our beliefs and practice living by them. Honesty, open-mindedness, and willingness, often the first spiritual principles we experiment with. We learn more principles as we go, and some become more important to us than others. Over time, we gain more experience with using them to guide our actions. Spirituality is progressive, dynamic, and creative. The foundation of our recovery is that we have to get out of ourselves in order to live. In early recovery, many of us move back and forth between genuine excitement at our new possibilities and sorrow for what we have lost. Some of us describe early recovery as a pink cloud, and others tell about a long season of grief. We experience many new feelings, sometimes very quickly. We grow and change, build and lose relationships, go to meetings, and we learn. Throughout our recovery, we experience new awakenings, new surrenders, and new freedoms. The simple principles we learn when we are beginning our recovery take on deeper meaning as we practice them in our lives. Just when we think we know all that recovery has to offer, more is revealed if we are willing to accept the gift. There is no substitute for time in recovery. It gives us a chance to heal, grow up, and start over and build lives that matter to us and to the people around us. But time itself doesn't heal us, grow us up, or start us over. What matters most are the actions we take. Consistent application of the tools of recovery changes us. The process is ongoing. We don't just work the steps, we come to live them. They shape how we think, how we feel, and how we respond to the world. The steps teach us to grow up and help others. We learn to love ourselves by speaking the truth. Accepting our assets is part of our amends to ourselves, but more importantly, it begins the process by which we make our amends to society. Humility is honesty about who and what we are. We come to see how much we have and how much we have to offer. There is a difference between being in the program and living the program. When we come to an understanding of this program for ourselves, it becomes our own and it becomes a part of us. Building a spiritual life that we can grow with is a creative action. It requires that we practice, develop our beliefs, and apply them to our lives. Step 11 does not say we maintain a conscious contact. It says we sought to improve our conscious contact. When we practice our program, this relationship doesn't just get more important, it gets better. Our spiritual experience doesn't have to make sense to anyone but ourselves. Embracing the part of ourselves that is creative, that changes the things around us in a meaningful and positive way, is an act of self-acceptance that becomes visible in our lives. We discover that the things we care about and value the most reflect that will of our higher power for us. Self-acceptance frees us to do the next right thing or to wait peacefully for the next words or actions to emerge. When we are no longer in the middle of the storm, we begin to understand ourselves, our disease, and our recovery in different ways. We can be ourselves in the present moment without fear or apology, without the need for approval or justification. When dancers move through space with intention and beauty, we say they are graceful. In the same way, when we move through our lives with intention and gratitude, we demonstrate grace. When we crash from one self-willed experience to another, creating damage and confusion, we are disgraceful. If we are willing to return to humility and gratitude, our lives get easier. Even when we can't identify the next right thing, We can generally see the next wrong thing and stay away from it. When our spirituality leads us, we can move through our lives with ease. Our lives in recovery are so unlike what brought us here that we may not know what to do. Sometimes even achieving our goals can seem to make our lives unmanageable. Experience can be a mighty teacher. Awareness creates a foundation for new ideas. Life provides opportunities to put that new information into action. Adapting to new information can take time. Awareness that we are in possession of a precious gift changes how we see ourselves and our world. We experience grace. Joy and gratitude walk hand in hand. For some of us, joy is the sense that we are part of something much larger than ourselves and more important than our immediate feelings and experiences. We matter, but we matter most when we are connecting with others. This deep sense of joy does not require that we be happy all the time. It's bigger than that. Humility means that we understand our place in the world. Joy comes from seeing that we have a purpose. Being spiritually awake, we can see the miracles that surround us, even when life is difficult. Generosity of spirit is the antidote for loneliness and alienation. Cool, that's a lovely reading today. I've been feeling that this week. I need to get out more and stay connected with others to keep myself clean and in recovery, and being around people who live in a healthy way. Right, so I'll leave it there. Yeah, thanks for listening.